If Macbeth is about the rule of three, three witches, three murderers, three this, three that, thunder, lightning, or rain, Billy Morrison's Scotland, PA is a mashup of three different previously existing works. Two that are obvious, and one that's a little bit hidden as an in joke. It is obviously a reworking of Macbeth, a very jokey, a very jokey one, but one that also takes the core story seriously and is trying to get to the emotional truth of that story. It is also, it is secondly a 1970s TV police procedural. It actually shows you a clip from a fairly forgettable 70s TV show called McCloud, right? Which is like, okay, he's a cop with a cowboy hat. We we actually get to see some of that easily licensable 70s content, and the entire production design is designed around small town 1970s. It also allows the budget for this isn't huge, and the 70s rock that's all over the soundtrack is your kind of B or C list stuff, which you tend to see here more in movies because it's cheaper to license. You don't have to pay the copyright holders as much. Whereas nobody in Scotland, Pennsylvania is playing the Stones or Zeppelin throughout the 70s. People in the actual 70s were. People in the movies actually listen to the less popular artists on the radio much more because it's cheaper that way. Anyway, we've got Macbeth. We've got 70s police procedurals of various kinds and a kind of 70s lovingly ridiculed 70s fashion and style uh, production design. And we have the classic film noir, The Postman Always Rings Twice. The Postman Always Rings Twice is about committing murder, is about committing murder for the love of a sexy woman and for a hamburger stand. That you would kill, would you, who would kill for a hamburger stand? Isn't that ridiculous? Yes, but it's also the premise of a classic 40s noir film, Postman Always Rings Twice. Would you kill for a hamburger stand? That seems ridiculous, actually. That's part of the moral point here. Would you kill for a hamburger stand and Lana Turner? Now we're talking, but still, it's a hamburger stand. It's not a crown. There is something ridiculous about what people will murder for, but the truth is, people murder for less than this. Scotland, PA deals with ordinary people committing an ordinary crime. Why didn't they kill for something bigger? Because they didn't have a chance. The hamburger stand was what was on offer. Morissette plays delightfully with Shakespeare's actual language. It's an adaptation, so the script isn't there, but bits of the script get in. We hear tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow, the beginning of Macbeth's favorite famous monologue late in the play. We hear that phrase on a self-help tape or meditation tape. We have Macduff. We're not going to kill Macduff's family this time out, but there'll be references to killing Macduff's family and talking about like the Macbeth character wants to talk about Macduff's family in a threatening way. And Macduff is here a vegetarian. We have a deep commitment here, something that is in the play. The Macbeths, Shakespeare's Macbeths, begin with a deeply affectionate marriage. It is a critical cliche that this is the best marriage in Shakespeare. That who's the best couple? Best married couple, the Macbeths. They have little nicknames, oh dearest Chuck, like that. Maura Tierney, who is playing the Lady Macbeth character here, is Pat Macbeth, is wonderful at being both the steely-eyed, ambitious person and the intimate, affectionate partner. I think you're doing a really fantastic fucking job, but we've got to get going. And the and in this movie, as in Shakespeare's play, part of the loss, part of the disaster that the Macbeths bring down on themselves is the destruction of that marriage. That tight bond is destroyed in the aftermath of the crime. This also brings back The Postman Always Rings Twice. Wonderful thing. Stream it. Wonderful film. Stream it sometime when you're not having to stream things for my class. There's a lot of joking here. This is a version of Macbeth that doesn't take itself too seriously, but murder and life and death are still real. The 70s are both ridiculous and, if you live through them, kind of enjoyable. 70s pop culture is both ridiculous and fun. It deserves to be fun. There's something about those mix something fries that isn't high art, but it's tasty.